board in your business that advertises vacancies, well then that's not too difficult to point a temp towards. That will be where any permanent vacancies are shown and are available. Now, I've been in recruitment for 23 years. Started when I was at school, obviously. And I remember going back years and years ago, there seemed to be a lot of, I perceived at the time to be bad practice. We didn't indulge in it, but essentially some agencies would not tell temporary workers about permanent vacancies that are actually in that position. Angie, you probably remember those days. Well, the reason for that was because the agency didn't want to lose the temporary worker. They may have got a fee or an introductory fee for introducing that person, but they didn't want to lose them off their books because they were getting a margin. This legislation is clearly designed to prevent that from happening. Now, if as an employer, the employer thinks, well actually, you know, these are great people, they're temps, but I don't want to know about the vacancies. As agency staff, as introducers, we've got to be very, very aware of this. So if, for example, they have a website that the vacancies are on, or maybe it's in a book in the canteen on the top shelf, for example, you've got to make sure that the employer is educating your temporary worker, and the onus is on the recruiter to say to the employer, look, where do you advertise your vacancies? And if he says or she says, well, you know, it's kind of word of mouth, that's not really good enough. We need to be much tighter with this, because there will be a whole raft of other law firms sprouting up who will not be necessarily ambulance chasers, you know, the no win, no fee deal. There will be minibus chasers that will be following temps into organisations and saying, do you think you're being treated unfairly? We could possibly get you £5,000. Now that's quite an attractive proposition to somebody who's possibly on the minimum wage. So we've got to make sure that as employers and as agency or introducing providers, that we actually play it straight down the line so that the temporaries that we've actually got working for us are aware of absolutely everything being above board from day one.